Identity thefts. Unfortunately, more and more people are becoming victims of this. In other videos, I gave you advice on how to prevent that from happening. But if you've clicked on that video to get information because somebody just stole your identity, then keep watching. Because I'm going to share with you 14 steps on what to do as soon as your identity gets stolen. Number 1, if you have an identity theft insurance provider, call them. This should be your first point of action because if you have such a provider, they can walk you through all the steps and even provide you with the documents needed. Basically, you won't need to watch this video anymore. Aura aims to make the life of its customers easy and provide such service, but I'll tell you more about this later on. Call your bank and tell them you've been a victim of identity theft. They will walk you through the steps of blocking the card and ordering a new one. The good news is that the federal law limits your liability to $50 when you report unauthorized charges to your credit card company. Number 3, if you find out your identity was used to open any accounts, contact these companies where the accounts were opened. Ask them to freeze that account to stop further damage. Then ask them to send a letter that states, the account isn't yours and wasn't opened by you, you're not liable for purchases made on the account, that the fraudulent account and charges have been removed from your credit report. They may request a proof of identity, a police report, and an official FTC identity theft report. That's fine. Tell them you'll come back once you've taken the next few steps. Number 4, contact any of the 3 credit reporting agencies and ask them to place a fraud alert on your credit report. This will force companies to verify your identity before issuing new credit in your name. Pro tip, you only need to contact one of the 3 agencies. By law, they have to contact the other 2 to inform them of the credit freeze. Number 5, freeze your credit. That will stop criminals from accessing your credit report, which means they can't open a new line of credit in your name. To do that, you will need to contact all of the 3 credit bureaus. Later, when you want to unfreeze your credit or open a new line of credit, you will have to contact all 3 once again. You may want to get a new line of credit so you can get a credit card, home loan, or buy a car. Number 6, request a free copy of your credit report and look for other fraud. You can request a copy from this website or you can get a free one from the big 3. Once you get your copy, scan for anything that's not supposed to be there. Make note of all suspicious activities as you'll need to dispute each one to get them off your credit file. Number 7, file an official identity theft report with the FTC using this website. This is an essential part of recovering from identity theft. Number 8, call the police and ask for the fraud department. They'll ask for a copy of your FTC identity theft report, so have it ready. Number 9, sign up for credit monitoring. If someone is trying to open a new credit card or bank account in your name, this service will alert you in real time. It is not only a time saver, but it can prevent further damage. Aura covers that service too. Number 10, despite fraudulent transactions and close accounts, when criminals use your identity for purchases and taking loans, this can cause serious damage to your credit score. So make sure you take that step. Number 11, scan the dark web, a place where you can buy anything, even passwords. Use services like Aura's Identity Guard dark web scanner to see how much of your sensitive information is out there. Number 12, change all passwords. They are your first line of defense and sometimes the only one, so take this seriously. If you can't remember your passwords, either write them down on a piece of paper or use a password manager. Number 13, scan your devices for malware and set up antivirus protection, especially if you often use public Wi-Fi. Number 14, ID, driving license, and social security card. If you get any of these documents lost or stolen, replace them as soon as possible. So this is the list. My advice, save this video anywhere, because almost 30% of people who have their identities stolen are repeat victims. Just because you've recovered from identity theft doesn't mean you're safe. So if you want you and your family to be safe, check the other videos we've got on this subject and sign up for a 14 free day trial of Aura. Covering up to 5 people, family identity theft monitoring is one of the great gifts you can give to your family these days. In the next video, we'll go more in depth on the subject, and I'll tell you what to do if your identity was used for tax fraud, medical, or criminal identity theft. I'll also tell you what steps to take if your child's identity was stolen. Make sure you don't miss that by subscribing to this channel. My name is Upton, and I'll see you in the next one.